Hi there, my friend, let me ask you something that's close to the heart. When was the last time you sat down with a true friend and just talked? I mean, really talked. Laughed. Reminisced. Maybe even cried a little. If you're over 70, I want you to know, this conversation is for you. From one soul to another. Because what we're about to talk about isn't just important, it's life-changing. Let's begin with something you probably already feel deep inside your bones. As we get older, life changes. Kids grow up and move away. Careers wind down. Spouses pass on. The world feels like it's rushing forward, and sometimes, it feels like we're just trying to keep up, or worse, being quietly left behind, and that's why now, more than ever, having a true friend isn't a luxury, it's a lifeline. Let's take a quiet moment here. Imagine a close friend from your past. Maybe it's someone from childhood. Someone you served with. A neighbor you used to chat with over coffee. Someone who got you. Now ask yourself, where are they now? You see, something strange happens after we turn 70. Many of us start thinking we're supposed to do life alone. Like needing connection makes us weak. But here's the truth, needing others doesn't make us weak, it makes us human, and science agrees. Let me share something powerful with you. Harvard University ran one of the longest studies ever conducted on human happiness. It started back in 1938, that's almost 90 years ago. And it tracked the lives of hundreds of people over their lifetimes. What they discovered wasn't about money. Or fame. Or even physical health. Do you know what the strongest predictor of happiness and good health in later life turned out to be? Relationships, not just having a big family. Not being surrounded by a crowd. But having close, meaningful friendships, the kind of connection where someone remembers your stories. Knows your favorite song. Understands your quiet days. Friends who don't just talk, they listen. And here's another fact that might surprise you. Loneliness, especially in people over 70, can be just as dangerous to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. This isn't fluff, it's real, and it's urgent. Now, let's be honest, making friends after 70 isn't easy. Most people won't say that out loud, but I will. Because you deserve the truth. You've probably experienced loss. Maybe you've felt betrayed. Maybe you're tired of trying. Or maybe, you've simply convinced yourself that people wouldn't understand you now. That the world's moved on. But here's what I want you to hear, it's not too late. In fact, this chapter of life, right now, might be the best time to make meaningful connections. You have wisdom. Patience. Depth. You've lived through joys and sorrows, and that makes you a treasure chest of stories, humor, and compassion. You don't need hundreds of friends. You just need a few who really see you. And let me share something deeply personal with you. A few months ago, I met a gentleman named Robert at a community center. He's 82. Lost his wife 5 years ago. His kids live out of state. He told me, I thought my life was over. Days were all gray. Then I met a group of men who played dominoes every Thursday. First, I just watched. Then I sat in. Then I played. Now, Thursdays are my favorite day of the week. He smiled when he said it. Eyes sparkling. And then he whispered something I'll never forget, it saved my life. Because friendship heals. When you have a friend, you laugh more. You walk more. You eat better. You sleep easier. You remember who you are, and if no one's told you this lately, let me be the first, you deserve to feel connected. You deserve to feel heard. You deserve to still matter, because you do. So let's start small, not tomorrow. Today, who is someone you've been meaning to call? A cousin. An old coworker. A friend you haven't talked to in years. Just one call. One message. One invitation to coffee. Don't wait for the perfect time. The perfect time is now. Or maybe, it's time to make new friends. Yes, even now. Especially now, try joining a local group, a senior center, a walking club, a book group, or even a church gathering. Most people there feel just like you, hesitant. But deep down, they're hoping someone will sit next to them and say, "Hi. I'm glad you're here." You could be that someone. And if you're thinking, well, what if I get rejected? That's okay. Really. Some people won't click. But some will. And it's worth the try. Every time, because the truth is, life after 70 isn't about winding down. It's about deepening joy, deepening meaning, deepening connection, and friends. They're the bridge to all of that. So, dear friend, as we wrap up this first chapter of our conversation, I want you to know, this isn't just a message. This is a gentle reminder from someone who truly cares. You're not invisible. You're not alone. And it's never too late to feel alive again through the beautiful gift of friendship. So reach out. Open up. Take the step. Because life isn't meant to be lived alone, not in your 70s, not in your 80s, not ever, and I'll be right here with you, every step of the way. Let's continue this journey together. When you're ready for chapter 2, just say the word. In our last talk, we opened the door to something powerful, the deep, human need for friendship after 70. Today, let's step through the door together and go even deeper, because what if I told you that having strong friendships in your 70s, 80s, even 90s, isn't just about passing time, it's about extending time. Yes, really, you see, friendship isn't just good for your heart emotionally, it's good for your heart physically. Your brain, your immune system, even your bones. And the science is all there, just waiting to be seen, understood, and lived. Let's start with the heart. A study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that loneliness and social isolation are linked to a 29% increased risk of heart disease and a 32% increased risk of stroke. Now think about that. It's not just what you eat or how much you exercise. It's also who you talk to, who you connect with, who makes you feel like you matter. Your body knows the difference. When we're connected, when we feel loved, valued, included, something amazing happens. Our stress levels go down. Our blood pressure stabilizes. Our body releases a hormone called oxytocin, the love hormone. It lowers anxiety. It helps you sleep. It even reduces inflammation in the body, and this isn't just theory. It's real. It's been proven again and again, but it doesn't stop there. Let's talk about the brain, that amazing, complex organ you've carried with you through every season of life. Did you know that maintaining close friendships can cut your risk of developing dementia? A major study in 2021 published in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease showed that people with strong social connections were less likely to develop memory loss, confusion, or cognitive decline, even if they had some of the biological markers for Alzheimer's. Why? Because the brain, just like the body, needs activity. Not just crosswords and puzzles, though those help, but emotional activity. Conversations. Laughing. Debating. Sharing memories. Telling stories. When you engage with a friend, your brain lights up. Literally. MRI scans have shown that conversations activate several parts of the brain at once: memory, language, empathy, judgment. It's like a workout, but for your mind, and here's something beautiful, the brain doesn't care how old you are. It just wants connection. Let's not forget mental health either. Depression in older adults is far more common than people realize. But it often goes undiagnosed because it hides behind smiles, politeness, or a quiet, "I'm fine." But here's what friendship does: it gives you a reason to get out of bed. A reason to get dressed. A reason to smile. It brings purpose, even on the slow days. One woman named Gloria, who's 76, said this during a study conducted by AARP. After my husband died, I felt like the world turned black and white. But my neighbors started inviting me for tea every Friday. Just that 1 hour, her laughter, her questions, her care, it brought the color back. Isn't that something? Just one friend can bring the color back. And what about your body? You might be surprised to know that seniors with strong social networks heal faster from illness and surgery. One study from the University of Chicago found that people with solid friendships had stronger immune responses, meaning fewer colds, better recovery from surgery, even a lower risk of chronic illness like diabetes or arthritis. Even bones benefit. Yes, friends help bones. That's because loneliness increases levels of the stress hormone cortisol, which can weaken bones over time. But when you laugh, connect, feel understood, cortisol levels drop. The body gets a chance to heal. Let's put it all together. Imagine two people. Both are 75. Both live alone. But one of them has a couple of friends they talk to weekly. They go for walks together. Cook dinner once in a while. Share stories. The other doesn't reach out. They stay quiet. Days pass without a phone call. No one to share memories with. Who do you think feels more alive? Who has a better chance at living longer and better? The answer's clear, but I also want to say this, gently and with love: if you're that second person right now, it's okay. There's no shame in it. Life happens. Things fall away. We get busy. We get hurt, but you don't have to stay there. Your body and mind are still waiting. Still hoping. Still capable of growing stronger, even today. And here's the most inspiring part: sometimes the best friendships are made later in life. Why? Because you finally know what matters. You don't waste time on the shallow stuff. You're more honest, more thoughtful, more present. And so are the people you attract. That's why I want to encourage you now, gently, and with all my heart, to believe in that possibility again. Reach out. Even if it's uncomfortable. Even if it's awkward at first, call someone today. Ask them how they are, and really listen. Or join a group, even if your hands tremble a little. Walking in. You're not too old. You're not too late. You're not too broken. You're ready, and I'll say it again because you deserve to hear it. You still matter, you still belong, and someone out there needs a friend just like you. In our next chapter, we'll talk about something very practical: how to build those friendships, even if you feel shy, unsure, or out of practice. We'll look at the how-to steps to create meaningful bonds again, safely, kindly, and in ways that bring real joy. But for now, I just want you to sit with this truth: you're worth knowing. You're worth loving. You're worth befriending, and this world, it's a better place with you in it. When you're ready, we'll walk into chapter 3, side by side. Hey again, my dear friend, thank you for staying with me through this journey. I hope you felt seen and valued, because you are. We've talked about why friendship matters so deeply, especially after 70. We've looked at the science, how it helps your heart, your mind, your memory, even your body. But now let's get practical, because if you've been sitting there thinking, okay, but how do I actually do this? How do I make new friends at this age? I've lost people. I'm out of the loop. I don't even know where to start. Then I want you to lean in close, because this one's for you. Let's begin with this truth: you are not alone. First, please know, millions of people your age feel exactly the same way. In fact, in a survey by the National Poll on Healthy Aging, over a third of adults aged 60 and older said they felt isolated regularly. That's not just you. That's millions of people, quietly hoping for connection. So if it's been years since you've made a new friend, if the thought of small talk makes you nervous, or if you've been burned by people before and find it hard to trust again, let me say this: there is nothing wrong with you. You are still capable, still worthy, and it is never too late to create the kind of connection your soul is craving. Let's take this step by step. Step 1. Start with small openings. Friendship doesn't start with grand gestures. It begins in the small moments, the gentle, kind ones. Smile at the person who walks their dog past your home. Start a conversation with the cashier at your grocery store. Say hello to someone sitting near you in church, at the library, or in a waiting room. These little interactions might feel like nothing, but they're seeds of trust, seeds of habit, seeds of hope, and when you water them, they grow. You don't need dozens of people in your life, just one or two real connections can change everything. Step 2. Reconnect with the past. Sometimes the best way forward is looking back. Ask yourself, is there someone I used to be close with but lost touch? A cousin, a neighbor, an old coworker, someone I haven't called in years, but who might just love to hear from me. It's okay if it feels awkward at first. Just be honest. You can say, I've been thinking about you. I miss our talks. I'd love to reconnect, even just for a phone call or a cup of coffee. You'd be amazed how many people are waiting for that kind of message, but someone has to go first. Let it be you. Step 3. Try one new thing. I know, trying something new at any age is intimidating, but when you do it at 70 or 80, it's downright brave, and I want to remind you, you are still brave. So here's the challenge: try one new thing this month. Just one. Something that puts you in the presence of others. A local senior center group, a gentle yoga or stretching class, a gardening club, a book discussion at the library, volunteering at a food pantry or animal shelter, joining a walking group or a birdwatching club. Don't worry about being the oldest one there. Don't worry about fitting in right away, just show up. That's half the magic, showing up. Let the rest unfold naturally. You don't need to have the perfect words. You just need to be present. Step 4. Use technology to your advantage now. I know this one might make you roll your eyes, and that's okay. But stick with me for a moment. Technology doesn't have to be scary. In fact, it can be a lifeline to friendship. Facebook has groups just for seniors, groups about music, memories, books, gardening, travel, grief support, anything you can imagine. There are apps like Nextdoor, where people in your neighborhood connect. If you've got family far away, even a simple weekly video call on Zoom or FaceTime can bring joy you didn't expect. And if you feel stuck figuring this out, ask someone for help. A grandchild. A neighbor. The librarian, people love helping, it makes them feel needed, and you deserve that help. Step 5. Be the friend you want to have. This is the heart of it all. If you want someone to listen to you, be someone who listens. If you want someone to check in, be someone who checks in. If you want kindness, encouragement, loyalty, give it away first, because friendship is never about being perfect. It's about being present. Being consistent. Being real. What if you've been hurt before? I hear this often, and maybe it's been your story too. I trusted someone and they let me down. I've been through betrayal. I just don't want to be disappointed again. Those feelings are real and valid, but I want you to think about this. Imagine if a child falls off a bike once and never tries again. They'd miss out on the freedom, the laughter, the wind in their hair. Yes, friendship can hurt sometimes. But it also heals in ways nothing else can. You've been hurt. But you've also survived. That means you're strong enough to try again, wiser, softer, and even more ready, and the right kind of friend. They're out there. They're looking too. They're hoping, praying, waiting for you. You still have time. Let me leave you with this thought, and I hope you hear it clearly. You are not too old for new beginnings. You are not done growing, loving, laughing, or connecting. Your best friend might still be someone you haven't met yet. Think about that. At 70, 80, 90, you are still being written into the story of someone else's life, and they into yours. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing to try, willing to reach out, willing to believe again. So here's your gentle invitation. Before this day ends, take one small step toward friendship. Call someone, smile at a stranger, look up a local group. Or simply say out loud, I'm ready to be connected again. Because you are, and this world, it still needs your warmth, your laughter, your stories, your presence. You've made it this far. That means something. That means you still have so much to give, and I'm honored, truly honored, to remind you of that. From my heart to yours, thank you for being here. You are not alone, and the best chapters of connection, they might just begin today. See you soon, friend.